everyone. Welcome to the Midway Eagles Sports Network for another River States Conference Digital Media Day Women's Basketball Edition. I am wearing the same shirt I wore in the video we recorded yesterday because I'm just bursting at the seams to talk with Lyrica Hughes and Jacie Chesser. No time for wardrobe change, girls. I know you've both been expressing delight about being the interview subjects. How are we feeling on this afternoon?
Yeah.
We'll just ignore the fact that it's 10 in the morning while we're recording this. It'll come out in the afternoon, or somebody will be watching it in the afternoon. That rambling intro is over. The season is about to start, though. Girls, thoughts on your early season practices?
I think they've been going really good. We've implemented a lot of things that we've not had in the past. Definitely got some new talent coming in, so I think everyone's excited about that.
I'll definitely say it's been really well. I go off of her just seeing a lot of new things being implemented, just with conditioning, with plays, with the competition level. I think there's a lot of talent and a lot of people that there's a lot of expectations that can go higher with each of us. So it's looking good so far.
And you talk about that as expectations. I know last year was a step forward in Coach Gorby's second year. So in this year, how much better do you think this team could be?
I think we could be a lot better, but it's on our effort and our decisions and what we want to do and how far we want to go personally. So
I feel like we've definitely came in this year with a lot more energy than we have had in the past. As well as Lyric said, we got a lot of new stuff going on between the conditioning, the weights, the things that we're putting a lot of focus into the smaller pieces this year compared to, I feel like we haven't done that as much in the past. So we're making sure that we put in a lot of work behind the scenes so that we're prepared when we're on the court.
Okay, and Lyrica, you specifically, I know last year, as a freshman, you were first team all-conference and a winner of NAIA Plays of the Week. Your half-court shot against, who was the opponent? It doesn't matter. It was a whale of a shot all the same. So, obviously, starting at that point, like your freshman year, how much better do you think you can be going forward?
I think there's also just goals that I have to have in front of me for myself, but also as around the team and stuff. So I think I can be a lot much better. It's just my effort and my attitude and just the consistency level of bringing it each and every game, just for myself, but for the team as well. So I think it'll just play out the whole year. I can't sit here and say anything right now, but just see how the year goes.
Well, some bold guarantees would really make the video pop a lot more. Add some spice to it, but no?
Okay. I got confidence in myself for sure, but...
Okay, but more modesty for the time being.
Yeah,
okay.
right now, yeah.
And I know, Jacie, this is year 3 for you with the program. Are you taking on more of a leadership role? Do you feel a different kind of presence in yourself with talking to the team than you may have in previous seasons?
I feel like I have a little bit more confidence. I definitely, by this point, kind of know what's going on, what's expected. So I feel like it's easier to communicate with the younger freshmen and the people coming up, or the people who've been looking at the program for when I am no longer here. So I feel like I think it's going to go good. I feel like my new role is more of making sure that everyone knows their own role and helping them with confidence, especially the younger kids moving on campus away from home for the first time. I feel like I've taken on more of that role, just checking in with everyone, making sure they're okay and everything.
Okay, and lastly, I know the preseason poll recently came out. We were picked to finish 4th. Thoughts? Think that's fair, unfair, or just how do we feel things are going to go in the River States Conference?
I think they based it on our last season, so we can't really say anything. I think it's more just you go out there and you prove why you feel like you should be higher, you feel like you should be lower.
I feel like I kind of like coming in they having us at 4 because I feel like that's based off previous.
Yeah.
I feel like we have a point to prove this year. I feel like we put in a lot of work behind the scenes. Not saying other teams haven't, but we've definitely been at it all summer, all year. So I'm excited. I think we're going to work our way up there, and it's nice to come in kind of as an underdog and show everyone what you're about.
Well, we look forward to seeing it on October 27th is the first game. We'll check our calendars later. Yes, we're getting the thumbs up from off camera. Well, thank you, girls, for joining us for the player portion. The coach portion will begin with Kylee Gorby right now with Midway third-year coach Kylee I know a name change recently. Lay on the. I think I've already said Gorby, but if there's an official,
Kylee Gorby-Steward, just to throw out the government.
KPGS. At the table. Coach, as we mentioned, starting year 3, saw some considerable leaps from year 1 to year 2. How confident are you that said leaps are going to continue in year 3?
Well, I think with anything in life, I know going into coaching or just anything, whether it was being a player, just personal goals in life, just having that growth mindset, trying to commit to the process versus the outcome. Typically, I think when you do that, you end up liking the outcome. And I think the growth we saw from year 1 to 2, I anticipate an increase in year 2 to 3, because if you're not working for that, then what are you doing? It's never, you don't want to be complacent with where you're at, but always trying to just achieve personal greatness for each individual on our team, for each individual on our coaching staff. So I think big things to come.
So last year, I know, very sort of backcourt driven with, some young players that are, back again and, a year older. Just, what's your thoughts on that unit and just how improved can they be?
Yeah, well, we're blessed to be returning 3 all-conference players. I think that's rare. You don't get that often. And the pieces that we've added around them, we've added 2 transfers, we've added 5 freshmen to our varsity program, and I think all 7 of those players have the ability to contribute. Just like Jacie and Alirica addressed, there's a lot of talent in the gym, there's a lot of competition in the gym. I think we just increased the talent level across the board to increase competition. It's making players like Jacie and Alirica, who are all conference last year, it's also making them continue to grow in their craft because they have people that can step in and help challenge them and develop them to get better. I'll say it's probably different for Jacie every day. She's getting to go against 6'3" Jenna Sparks, and we didn't have that length in practice for her to practice against every day. So come game day, I don't know how many 6'3" people we'll be seeing. Hopefully not too many. But if we do, Jacie's going to be prepared and equipped for that.
Okay, and I know previous seasons you've kind of kept new players close to the vest. I don't know, I'm guessing that's still a strategy when discussing like potential newcomers.
Yeah, there's some things that, people are going to obviously 6'3" Jenna Sparks as a dress. You're going to see her and you're going to notice her just off her presence alone. We've brought in, I think this class is probably collectively the best class that we've brought in my time here. We've got a strong freshman unit. Again, though, it's playing time is very competitive. I think there's some things that you can see that kind of carve themselves out, and there's some things day to day. It is things bounce around, and I think really if you asked every player on our team, they'd all have the same answer. But that's a great problem to have. I think we have a lot of depth. We plan to use it to our advantage. We have a lot of speed, a lot of athleticism, a lot of length. This is hands down the deepest we have been at each position in my time of being here.
Okay, and I know we talked about the 4th place predicted finish, but it's also our division is very it's very high at the top. So just your expectations for, I guess, not only regular season, and how much do you think that going through the grinder of the division schedule is going to help you come postseason time?
Yeah, our side of the conference is loaded. I think there's some teams that on our side of the conference that could even be higher than where they were placed, just because I think our side of the conference is loaded. There's great teams across the conference, but clearly our 2 national tournament teams from last season, Shawnee State and Rio Grande, they were on our side of the conference. Shawnee State will return a decent part of their core. Rio kind of looks brand new. But again, they've won the conference 3 straight years, so that's something you have to give credit to. I think we've been on the come up and return a really good nucleus and only add pieces to help enhance what we've already had. I think the preseason poll reflects what last year looked like, and I think our goal and hope and belief is that we're not going to look like last year's team, and for the better. And it's our goal is we want to make sure that we take care of business, and everybody that was ranked preseason below us, that we show why we deserve the preseason slot we had, but also the 3 teams in front of us. Our goal is to not just compete with those teams, and I think we did a much better job of that, last year, but to win those games and put ourselves in a position to be in the conference championship or win the conference championship or get out at large bid to nationals. And I think if you're not playing for that, then why are you playing the game?
Why indeed? Well, thank you,
Yeah.
Coach. That will conclude another River States Conference Digital Media Day. Give like a fun hand gesture to go out on, like a hang 10.
Hang 10.
Hang 10, baby. Thanks for watching.
I guess I should have done the rock and roll because that's what I did with that.